Find a truly comfortable position, and if you wish, close your eyes. Take a deep breath, feeling the air fill your body, then slowly exhale, letting go of all tension. Tonight we will embark together on a magical journey, a journey through dreams, where love whispers to our hearts in its own language. Let the sounds around you gradually fade away, replaced by my voice, guiding you to a place of peace, where every worry is washed away, and your heart hears the gentlest messages. Our journey begins in a small room on a rainy night. The small room was bathed in the gentle gray of night, only punctuated by the dim light from street lamps filtering through the window, speckled with raindrops. Elara let out a long sigh, the tension of a long day working in bustling London gradually dissolving into the quiet air. The rain tapped steadily on the roof, pattered on the leaves outside the window, creating a soothing symphony that lulled her weary mind. She lifted the warm cup of chamomile tea in her hands, inhaling its subtle fragrance. The warmth from the cup seeped into her palms, dispelling the slight chill of the rainy English night. Her gaze drifted to the window, where raindrops traced streaks of white light against the dark sky. The narrow street lay unusually silent, with only the sounds of nature remaining. Elara felt a strange peace, as if this small apartment were a separate world, unreachable by the everyday anxieties. After setting the empty teacup on the table, Elara changed into soft cashmere pajamas. The smooth fabric sliding over her skin made her relax completely. She climbed into bed, sinking into the cozy blanket, feeling the mattress cradle her tired body. The rain continued its steady rhythm outside, like a whisper from the night. Elara closed her eyes and began to relax each part of her body, a technique she had learned in a sleep class at a Greek monastery. From her toes to her feet, her ankles, she felt tension gradually dissolve. Her knees, thighs, abdomen, chest, every strain melted away. Her shoulders, heavy with daily worries, now felt light. Neck, jaw, and finally her eyes, all completely relaxed. Her breath slowed, deep and calm, merging with the rhythm of the rain. Reality began to blur, and Elara felt as if she were stepping through a hazy gateway into the world of dreams. When Elara opened her eyes in the dream, she found herself standing in the garden of an old countryside villa in France. Bathed in warm golden sunlight, gentle but not glaring, the air was sweet with the scent of lavender and roses from carefully trimmed bushes. Rows of white chrysanthemums intermingled with lilacs in full bloom under the soft sun. In the distance, a small marble fountain gurgled, the water striking its basin in a soothing natural melody, treading lightly on the lush green grass. Elara felt an unusual warmth surrounding her, as if someone had gently touched her hand, a tender, affectionate touch. Then came a faint, tinkling laughter, one she remembered clearly from summer vacations at her grandmother's house in the Italian countryside. Her grandmother's laughter. She could not see the source, only hear the sound. Yet it filled her heart with sweet emotion. The scent of freshly baked croissants drifted on the breeze, evoking mornings in Paris when her mother would bring her home. The small kitchen always filled with warm aromas. Elara closed her eyes, inhaling deeply, letting the beautiful memories flood back. She could almost feel her father's warm embrace during a trip to the Alps, an extraordinary sense of safety. She sat by the fountain, lightly touching the cool water. Memories replayed like a slow-motion film. The first steps she took in this garden, hands supporting her. The time she stumbled, arms embracing her. Sleepless nights soothed by sweet lullabies in French. All were pure, unconditional love. This dream was not about longing for the past, but a gentle reminder of what had nurtured her soul. Here, in this magical garden, Elara realized that the first and most eternal love is that sacred love itself. It gave her the feeling of being held, cherished, and wholly herself. As the sunlight in the garden faded, Elara felt light, like a dandelion seed carried by the wind. She did not grieve leaving, for the warmth of these beautiful memories was etched deep into her heart, becoming an inseparable part of her. Suddenly the scene shifted. Golden sunlight gave way to the soft purple glow of dusk. Elara found herself on a Mediterranean beach, fine white sand beneath her feet. Each step left a mark on the sand, only to be washed away by gentle waves. In the distance, the sun was sinking toward the horizon, painting the sea in blazing orange. She walked along the shore, breathing in the salty air. Then the sky darkened, black clouds rolled in, and the sea became turbulent. A sudden large wave swept her far into the ocean. Panic surged as she flailed in the cold water. She tried to reach the shore, but the waves kept pulling her farther out. In that desperate moment, a strange calm arose within her. Instead of resisting, she learned to move with the waves. She felt the rhythm of the ocean, learned to breathe between the surging waters. Miraculously, she began to float, then swim. Each stroke was a triumph over fear, an acceptance of challenge. After a long journey, a small verdant Greek island with white houses appeared ahead. She swam to shore, exhausted but feeling a newfound strength within. On the white sand, under the emerging moonlight, a figure waited. As she approached, Elara was astonished to see it was herself, a different version, eyes full of confidence and love. That version smiled at her, extending a hand with a warm blue sapphire stone. "This is your power," the voice said gently. "The power of love for yourself." Elara took the gem, feeling its warmth spread through her body. She realized that the journey across the sea had been a passage through fear and self-doubt in real life. The stone symbolized self-confidence and the love she held for herself. Looking up, the other version vanished, but the gem remained, shining in her palm. She felt an extraordinary completeness, as if discovering an essential part of herself she had never recognized. Night deepened on the island, the sky sparkling with countless stars. From the small island, Elara stepped into an ancient Bavarian forest. Tall trees formed a natural canopy, silver moonlight filtering through leaves, casting soft streaks on the ground. Insects chirped, mingling with the gentle rustle of leaves in the wind. In a clearing, moonlight shone like a natural stage. There, under the silver glow, a figure waited. It was not a specific face, but a warm, gentle presence radiating familiar energy. As Elara drew near, the figure reached out. Without words, without introduction, they began a silent waltz. The hands were warm, the embrace firm, yet respectful. They moved together gracefully, in harmony on the soft grass under the moonlight. In the dance, Elara felt a profound connection. It was not dependence, but perfect complementarity. Two souls blending, understanding each other without words. Every turn, every move flowed naturally, as if they had danced together for ages. Moonlight cast their shadows on the grass. A gentle breeze carried the scent of pine and wildflowers. The world around seemed to stop, leaving only the dance and the connection between two souls. Elara felt deep peace, an untroubled happiness. The dance slowly ended as moonlight faded. The figure smiled, a tender, understanding smile, then gradually vanished in the emerging dawn. Elara stood there, embraced by morning, heart full of gratitude. She understood this dream was not about a person, but about the soulful connection she longed for, a connection that arrives when she is truly complete with herself. Morning light filtered through the window, gently waking Elara. She awoke slowly, savoring the shift between dream and reality. The rain had stopped, leaving a clear London sky and fresh, crisp air. Early sunbeams streamed through the window, creating warm golden streaks on the floor. Elara remained in bed, unwilling to leave its warmth. She felt a difference within herself. No longer the emptiness and loneliness of last night, but a strange peace and fulfillment. The lessons of the dream etched themselves in her mind, precious gifts to carry into the days ahead. She remembered every dream vividly. The garden of gentle memories taught her pure love. The sea journey taught her the power of self-love. The waltz under the moonlight taught her soul connection. All were messages of love, conveyed through dreams. Elara looked around her room with new eyes. Everything seemed brighter, more beautiful. The desk was no longer a place of pressure, but a place for creativity. The window was no longer a barrier to the outside world, but a gateway to new opportunities. She slowly rose, walked to the window, and opened it. A cool breeze rushed in, carrying the scent of wet earth and grass after rain. Birds chirped happily in the nearby park. London was waking up, but this time Elara felt light. A smile spread across her face, a smile of gratitude, acceptance, and hope. She knew love awaited her, not just outside, but within her own heart. The dreams had told her this, in the language of the heart. And as she took a deep breath, welcoming the new day, Elara knew she was ready. Ready to love, ready to open her heart, and most importantly, ready to live fully as herself. The dream of love had ended, but the journey of real love was only just beginning.